Rev up those engines and hold onto your seats because today we're about to reveal 7 of the most mind-blowing, jaw-dropping, and utterly insane supercars you never knew existed. That's right, folks. In this turbocharged episode, we're peeling back the curtain on the world of automotive extravagance and unveiling a lineup of high-speed, high-priced, and highly exclusive machines that will leave you speechless. From cutting-edge technology that pushes the boundaries of speed and performance to breathtaking designs that redefine automotive artistry, we're about to take you on a whirlwind tour through the automotive elite. Buckle in as we explore these road rockets, each one a masterpiece of engineering and luxury hidden in the shadows of the supercar world. Get ready for an adrenaline-pumping thrill ride of discovery as we introduce you to these magnificent automotive beasts, revealing the incredible stories behind their creation and the astronomical price tags that accompany them. Welcome to 7 supercars you never knew existed. It's time to hit the gas and unleash the beasts. Number 7. Draco GTE. This speed demon burst onto the scene in August 2019, courtesy of the American company Draco Motors. It's like the distant cousin of the Karma Revero GT, sharing some of its DNA. Now here's where things get wild. The Draco GTE boasts not 1, not 2, but 4 electric motors, 1 at each wheel. These powerhouses combine forces to churn out a jaw-dropping 1,200 horsepower and a mind-boggling 6,491 pound-feet of torque. Translation: this thing is a rocket. Buckle up, because it's said to go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in less than 2 seconds, and can hit a top speed of 206 miles per hour. And with a 90 kilowatt-hour battery on board, it can travel up to 250 miles on a single charge. The Draco GTE hit the streets in 2020, but there's a catch. Only 25 of these babies were made, and they come with a price tag of around $1.25 million each. So, if you're lucky enough to own one, you've got yourself a rare and seriously speedy piece of automotive art. Number 6. Saloff C2. The Saloff C2 made its big entrance in 2018 at the Pebble Beach Concours d'Elegance. Now, this isn't your ordinary car. It's like a souped-up version of a Gallardo, but when it comes to its looks, it's a completely different story. The brain behind this beauty is Carlos Saloff, who used to work at Mazda and gave us some famous cars, like the Fury, Mazda 3, and MX-5. What sets the C2 apart is its trusty V10 5-liter engine, which Carlos didn't mess with. He did, however, swap out the e-gear transmission for a good old manual one, and went with rear-wheel drive instead of all-wheel drive. These changes turn the Saloff C2 into a true blue supercar, promising you a more real driving experience. But here's the catch. If you want one, you'll need to bring in your own Lamborghini Gallardo to get a sleek new carbon fiber or hand-beaten aluminum makeover. Now, here's the kicker. The Saloff C2 is a rare bird. They only made a few, and the price tag? Well, it's a hefty $1.2 million. So, if you've got the dough and a love for exclusive rides, this might just be your dream car. Number 5. ADR 630. This supercar is a creation from Project Daimler, and they're on a mission to bring back the Austrian legend, Daimler. Given their ties to Mercedes-Benz, it's no shocker that the ADR 630 rocks those cool gull-wing doors, just like the Mercedes gang. Under the hood, well, under the sleek skin, you'll find a plug-in hybrid setup with 3 electric motors and a punchy 3-liter Mercedes-Benz M256 6-cylinder engine. Those electric motors, they're each pushing out 271 horsepower for a total of 813 horses just from the electric side. Add in the 385 horses from the engine, and you've got a grand total of 1,198 horsepower and a whopping 1,180 pound-feet of torque weight. That's enough to rocket this ride from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 2.5 seconds. and it'll keep on going to a top speed of over 200 miles per hour. Plus, there's a 55 kilowatt-hour battery on board, giving you a sweet 156 miles of pure electric driving. And when you mix in the combustion engine, you're looking at over 600 miles of range. Talk about electrifying performance. Number 4. Force 1 V10. This bad boy made its grand entrance at the 2016 North American International Auto Show in Detroit. And it's the brainchild of the famous automobile designer Henrik Fisker. Under the hood of the Force 1 V10, there's an 8.4-liter V10 engine, the same one you'd find in the 5th generation Dodge Viper. Now, that engine typically pumps out 645 horsepower, but VLF decided to give it a power boost. They cranked it up to a mighty 745 horsepower and 638 pound-feet of torque. What does all that muscle translate to? Well, it can go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 3 seconds, and it can keep on trucking until it hits a top spot of 218 miles per hour. Back in 2016, they announced plans to make 50 of these beauties, but for now, there are just 5 out there in the wild. And if you wanted to grab one when it was fresh off the production line, you'd be looking at a price tag of around $200,000. Now, that's what I call a real speedster. Number 3. Maserati HS1GTC. This Swiss beauty hails from Hispano-Suiza and borrows its bones from the Lamborghini Huracan. Under that sleek bodywork, there's a beast of an internal combustion engine and a twin-turbo 5.2-liter V10, cranking out a jaw-dropping horsepower and 774 pound-feet of torque. All that power gets channeled through a 7-speed automatic transmission to the rear wheels. This setup lets the Maserati HS1GTC go from 0 to 62 miles per hour in just 2.8 seconds, and it can hit a thrilling top speed of 236 miles per hour. Hold on to your hats. Hispano-Suiza plans to produce just 300 of these models, and if you want to own one, you'll need to part with a cool $2.5 million. It's an exclusive slice of automotive heaven. Number 2, Berton Project M. This out-of-this-world concept car, born from the Corvette ZR1, burst onto the scene in 2009 through a series of YouTube videos they called Project M. Under the hood, you've got a roaring 6.2-liter supercharged V8 engine, churning out a beefy 638 horsepower and 604 pound-feet of torque. What's crazy is that they kept the entire ZR1 powertrain untouched, but they gave it a sleek carbon fiber body designed by Berton. This not only made it look super cool, but also shed a whopping 220 pounds from the already lightweight ZR1. What does all this muscle translate to? Well, it can go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 3.2 seconds, and it can keep on going until it hits a heart-pounding top speed of 218 miles per hour. Originally, they planned to make 10 of these bad boys, each with a price tag of around $2 million. But in the end, there's just one Manti that saw the light of day. It's like the unicorn of Supercars number 1. Prepare to meet the mind-blowing Orara Husari Yan GT, a true marvel, hailing from the heart of Poland. Orara Automotive proudly calls it the first ever supercar born and bred in Poland, and it salutes the legendary Hussar cavalry of Poland. Now, what makes the GT version of the Husara so jaw-dropping? Under the hood, it's packing a mid-mounted 6.2-liter V8 engine, courtesy of General Motors. But here's the kicker. It's dialed up to produce a raging 420 to a beastly 650 horsepower, all in a body that tips the scales at just 2,755 pounds. Talk about power-to-weight ratio. To keep things wild, all that power is sent to the rear wheels through a slick 6-speed sequential gearbox. The plan here is exclusive, with Orara aiming to create and sell a mere 3 or 4 units of the GT each year. If you want to own one of these track monsters, you'll need to bring around $185,000 to the table. It's a limited edition speedster that's bound to leave your heart racing. Thanks for joining us on this exhilarating journey through the world of incredible cars. From the VLF Force 1 V10's unbridled power to the exclusive Berton Project rarity and the unique charm of the Orara Husari Yan GT, we've explored some truly exceptional automotive wonders. If you're as passionate about cars as we are, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, give us a thumbs up, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Keep the wheels turning and the engines roaring, and we'll catch you in the next thrilling adventure. Until then, stay in the fast lane, and we'll see you in the next video.